everyone, here we are at Musicians Institute Guitarcraft Academy in Nashville. My name is Brian Nutter. I'm the lead instructor here and for the electric guitar department at least. And with me is Steve Mather from Collings Guitars, the Fender Custom, Thorn Guitars, and all parts abroad. Personally, I've been a guitar maker for well over 20 years, and also had a somewhat successful playing career here in town. I was doing sessions and touring guitar player for Taylor Swift and Dierks Bentley and Lone Star, Keith Urban, a bunch of people. So, but what we want to do today is we want to introduce you to some of our recent electric guitar graduates. They brought with them their instruments, so today we've got Ray, John, and Andrew that are going to show off their guitars. Ray, come on up here. Look at that. You hang on to this.
All right.
Hold on. There's a little pop-up window here that happened that I don't need to be looking at.
Well, y'all.
There we go. So this is Ray's guitar. So what do you think about it, man? I mean,
I've had friends ask me all my life, how come you haven't built a guitar yet? So I'm a woodworker, and everything worked out. And so I came to class, and my gosh, you guys are the bomb. The best instructors you could ever have are here, y'all, I'm telling you. But I am so proud of this. I've been playing acoustic for 50 years. So this is going to be a neat addition to my repertoire, and so I'll be learning some stuff on that. But I'm very, very happy with how it turned out.
yeah, man, it
looks great.
Ray has a really unique design here, as you can see. Lots of straight lines, which I'm a big fan of. Now, tell us about the guitar itself.
Oh, the guitar is a maple neck, rosewood fretboard, has rosewood inlay up here, my initials, maple body, maple quilted top, humbucker pickups that I wound myself here. The body is the inspiration from the body came from the Firebird guitar. The inspiration for the headstock comes from the Gretsch TK300. And I'm really tickled with it. I love the lines on it. I'm more of a barnwood kind of a guy, so I like the straight lines.
We chambered this one, right?
Yes, we changed. The top third is chambered, and then a Forstner bit drilled out a lot of meat in this area here, just to lighten it up a little bit. A volume tone, three-way, push-pull pots to do a phase reverse and a coil split.
Yeah. Now, Ray didn't intend on having a pick guard on this guitar.
Show the whole thing off. And so the body itself, before the top was put on, I had already did the pickup routes and the control cavity route. So got the top glued on there, and I'm fired up. I go in there to prepare to route the control cavity, and instead of drilling the back and routing it out, I accidentally drilled a hole in the top. It's like, oh man, and that's mistake number one. Mistake number two, I forgot about the wire chase I did here. So I didn't put the template on to route the top out for the pickup route. And the router went over into the wire chase. So I said, dang, I was cussing that day, I believe.
Yeah, you were.
Just a couple times. But with the assistance of Mr. Brian Nutter, awesome. These guys are great, I'm telling y'all. He helped me come up with a design for the pick guard, and I just think it just came out really cool.
I really like the cutout around the bridge.
Yeah, that is really slick. And the color purple's for my lady Mo, my fiance. That's her favorite color. And I'm very happy with how it turned out. I had a friend of mine do a review on it, and highest review I could get.
Good.
I couldn't believe it. I was very
Yeah, it
happy.
turned out really, really nice.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, man.
You got any advice for any incoming students?
Yeah, get out here and tour the campus and go. I'll tell you, the highest caliber instructors here. Brian's a head instructor. Steve is one of the other head instructors. Kelly Butler. There's several. I can't remember everybody, but every one of them have their heart is in this, and they're going to teach you and lead you and show you, give you ideas, help you correct mistakes. Yeah. But these guys are great. If you've ever had the inkling to build your own guitar, this is the place to go. I'm telling you. I've been a woodworker for over 50 years, and this is the most meticulous piece of craftsmanship I've ever done in my life. And I'm very thankful and blessed to have been able to be a part of this class and to do this. And I want to thank you, Brian, and Steve, and all the other guys involved in instructing and teaching us how to do things. You'll get frustrated. They'll help you get through it, man. I'm telling you. They'll help you get through it. They'll calm you down. Say, all right, now sit down a minute, take a chill. But no, these guys are great. Anybody that's ever thought about building a guitar, this is the place to go. I'm telling you right now, you're going to learn so much. I learned stuff that, I mean, I've been an acoustic guitar player for 50 years. Me and John over there, we get in here and all these, call them gearheads, all these gearheads in here talking all this stuff about electric guitars and amps and picks, and we're like, yeah, I'll go back to working on this fret, you know. But you learn a lot about the guitar history, different designs, what will work better, and just so many different things. And then you finish the electric course, then you get to start the acoustic course, if you so choose. And I would encourage you to do that. We're in that class now, and it's awesome. Darren Gallman is awesome. He's a great instructor in the acoustic. He helped us out in the electric class. But I feel very blessed and humbled to have been able to work with you guys and help me get this piece of craftsmanship going on. I'm very, very pleased with it.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, man. Anything else? Any other questions? Hey, y'all have a good one out there. We'll catch you later.
Thanks, Ray.
Andrew, come over here. Andrew's turned out a really, really nice instrument. Really talented guitar player himself, and is definitely by no means making Steve and I look any taller.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
6'3" has its benefits.
Yeah.
You know?
So tell them about your guitar.
Well, I'm a big fan of vintage instruments, but being 20 years old, I can't afford any. So I kind of really wanted to go, you know, kind of modern take on a vintage style instrument. I hadn't really had much experience with Jazzmaster style guitars or Jaguars or kind of the whole offset thing. And so I kind of wanted to go that route with it. Novo guitar was another kind of inspiration for the shape. But yeah, it's Jazzmaster pickups, hand wound here, maple neck, rosewood fretboard, alder body, and I don't know, I'd probably consider it chambered because it's got a
somewhat chambered. Yeah, we were
almost
a lot of stuff in
semi-hollow.
there. Yeah.
Almost semi-hollow.
There's a big hole underneath that pick there.
Yeah, pretty big hole. But yeah, locking tuners.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't have a logo yet, which I'm working on it. Working on it. It will come.
You got the block inlay in there as
Yes.
well.
Yep.
Ray did too. That's doing inlay is very time consuming, and it's a
Tedious.
thing to try. Yeah, it's a thing to try to undertake. You know, on your first instrument. But these guys did a really, really great job of it.
It's awful scary. First time holding the router there, it's like, oh god, oh god.
So, what made you want to do it anyway?
Well, you know, I've been playing guitar for I think 6 years.
Okay.
Really love it, and kind of got into hanging out with the repair techs at the music store.
Right.
And they kind of taught me, you know, what gear is good and, you know, what to look for in guitars. And I'd sit and hang out and watch them while they were working on instruments, and that kind of what brought me here.
Right.
I didn't really fit in at the actual like traditional college environment.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
I've always kind of come from the background of working man kind of stuff.
Mhm.
And because my grandfather was that way, he taught me, you know, working with my hands, making a living that way. And this was kind of a way to, you know, be around guitars and work with my hands.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
So, what are you doing after this?
That's a wonderful question. I'm sending out, me and Michael are going to be sending out resumes.
Right.
And
Michael Pfeiffer, our
Yes.
institutional director here.
yes. And, you know, kind of thought about trying to find some people for an apprenticeship program.
Nice.
I haven't.
So you want to continue to build?
Building, I do really enjoy repair as well. So
Okay.
I'm kind of in between the two.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah, you have a lot of avenues to take.
Yes. It's a
The,
lot of hours.
you know, here in town alone, we've got several manufacturers. So Gibson obviously being the largest one. Gibson takes a lot of our students. I'm sure that they would probably take all of them if we would be kind enough to send them all their direction. But not everybody wants to go that route. There's also Novo, in addition to a pile of great repair houses here in town like Glazer and John LeBan. There are just a bunch of different avenues that you can take once you get out of the program.
Yeah.
So I really dig the metallic on this particular
Yeah.
guitar.
I really wanted to do Sparkle, but I was
Right.
told very quickly that I couldn't do Sparkle.
Sparkle, it looks like we blew up Smurf Village. It makes a mess. It's just stuff everywhere.
Yeah. So Metallic's like the
Yeah.
second closest.
Yeah, this is a really, really great automotive color.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it
Kinda
indeed.
Closer to the Pelham Blue
Yeah.
look.
Yeah.
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 What's your favorite part of this guitar? How it came out?
Oh, that's a really good question. I don't know. It's kind of maybe a really minute thing, but the fretwork, the detail.
Hey, that's not a minute thing at all.
I tried to.
So it plays great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to really get good at fretwork and refretting.
That's
The
that is
guitar
a
will only play as good
Yeah.
as its fretwork.
that is a fine plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we'll have you pulling frets out of the guitar in the first 2 weeks.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, buddy.
We did what? 10.
Oh,
eight?
yeah,
Was
you-
it, minimum was like 8.
Yeah, you
Did
did
like
at least 10 or 12.
Yeah, 10 or 12, something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. There's a lot of good experience learned here.
Yeah, man.
Y'all are killer.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Hey, John, let's see this thing.
We're going to show you a little bit of the wild end of the spectrum. as far
Exactly.
as design work.
We encourage guys to do their own design, and we may have encouraged John here a little too much. This is the Jacker, so we're gonna let you tell them about it.
Well, when I first came to the school, or looked into coming to the school, I was mostly focused on the acoustic aspect of the program. Because I don't play electric guitars, no one would want to hear me play an electric guitar. I'm just a rhythm guitar player, but it was suggested, recommended that you go through the whole program. And so I came in here and was pretty scared to death, kind of like Ray had said. Everyone's talking about things, and I'm like, I have no clue what any of this stuff is they're talking about. So I'm probably not going to get through this program. But because of folks like these gentlemen right here, I was able to sail this ship into port and make it home safely. But the guitar itself is a mahogany neck, mahogany body, rosewood fretboard. And the Jacker theme, I'm in a band,
Yeah. I'll-
shameless plug, Caldwell Jack and the Six Pack. And I figured why not make Jacker guitars?
So this is hand carved and hand painted with John's own blood, sweat, and tears, if you will, into this guitar.
I did get a little boo-boo, figured I'd take advantage of it. The moon and the ladder on there is from my father. He passed away a year ago yesterday. And I always called him the Moon Man. So as I was kind of carving the word Jacker, the shape of a moon kind of made its way into the design. And I was like, I could probably use this to kind of honor Dad. And so I put a ladder on there. He always told me he hung the moon. And he had a big ladder that he would never tell me where it was. So I put 5 rungs on the ladder, one for each of his children. It's got humbucker pickups. It's got the locking Clouson tuners. And when people that know how to play it, it sounds pretty good. It's got a little buzz on my nut that I'm going to have to work on. But the program itself taught me how to fix it.
You also went for block inlay.
Yes, yes, I did. And it was torturous. I recommend doing it. Get it over with. Yeah, I think this one popped out when I first did it. I think that one popped out. But happy mistakes and just so much to learn. I didn't know anything, and I know a little bit more now. But I love it. I love it. I love getting my hands on this stuff and letting people show me what to do and what not to do. And it scared me at first, and it still scares me now. But it was an amazing experience.
So, what was the most challenging part?
Oh, the most challenging part. I would say the most challenging part was, little shout out to my wife as well. I took the body home, and she's really, really good at drawing and painting. So she just used a pencil and lightly kind of drew the letters, jacker out for me, because when I tried to draw them, they looked ridiculous. And she made them go over top of the moon very well. And so when I came back and it was my turn to now carve that out, I felt like if I screwed it up, I would never hear the end of it. So I'd say the carving part was very, very, very meticulous, and I wanted to make sure I got that right. And the electronics, I was so baffled at doing the electronics, just because that's something I've never even considered trying to do. But the diagrams, the charts, the help from the instructors, I managed to get through it.
Yeah, man.
And it was difficult, but the process of learning how to do it, I wouldn't trade for anything. I'm happy to kind of be in the game. Now maybe one day I'll learn how to play an electric guitar and do some leads.
Leo Fender never played. So.
Well, there you go.
And he did okay.
But no, the process itself was scary, daunting, but I loved it. I couldn't be happier.
That's awesome.
And now I'm in the acoustic program with the rest of the fellas, and it continues to blow my mind. It's a wonderful school. 2020 was a strange year, and I didn't see this as something I was going to do, and I made a phone call, and it kind of changed, well, everything I'm doing now. It's awesome.
Nice.
I thank you guys. So I recommend it to any of you. If you want to come here and learn something, don't be scared. Just jump right in. They'll help you. But thank you guys.
You got it. So you hear these guys mention being in the acoustic class. You, when you first come here, you spend 6 months with us in electric, divided up into 2 quarters, and there are 5 different classes that we pay attention to. We do repair, design, fretwork and setup, finishing, and electronics. So it's pretty comprehensive. We delve into all of those topics with some pretty heavy nerdy geekydom, if you will.
It's a deep rabbit hole to get into, but we try to cover as much as we can.
Yeah, absolutely. Once you're out of here, then you have a lot of the basic building blocks to be able to continue on, because in the next class, it's the acoustic class, and you're in there for 3 months. You have 3 months to fully build an acoustic guitar, which is even challenging for a really experienced guitar maker. So you have to have a lot of the basic stuff out of the way with us. So you get in there, and 3 months, day 1, you're already cutting wood. It's really, really intensive, and I think these guys are digging it a lot.
Absolutely.
The difference between the acoustic program and the electric program, they're very, very much different build styles as well.
True.
With the acoustic program, it's a lot more hand tools, a lot more small finesse work. Or in the electric program, you're using a lot more of the big machines, and it's a little bit more straightforward as far as the build goes.
So we got a question as, is shaping the neck generally the most difficult? There are, the method that we teach you for shaping a neck in here, it's a very systematic way of uniformly removing wood and turning what was essentially a square style shape into a comfy, round, familiar shape of the neck. It's not as daunting and as challenging as you would think. I believe that most guys really wig themselves out more over electronics and finish work. Those are the 2 things that seem to really get people. Shaping the neck, you'll shape 2 necks in the electric class. You'll shape a practice neck that'll be a fully functioning neck with truss rod and the whole bit, and it'll and then you'll do the neck for your project guitar. And everybody is always sort of chomping at the bit, ready to get a rasp in their hand and learn how to shape that thing. So I don't think the neck shaping is the most daunting for folks. That you know that could depend just on you and your own personality. Maybe that is the one giant hurdle that you're not looking forward to climbing over.
It's not as scary when you have direction also, when we.
True. Yeah, if you just get in there and get after it, it might be a little different.
Because through the neck shape process, you're taking material away, you can't really put that material back. So we're constantly checking the progress of these neck shapes as the students shape them. So we can kind of steer them in the right direction. Okay, a little bit needs to come off here. Don't touch this area, that's pretty much ready to go. So with instructors around guiding you through the process, it's not so bad.
About the instructors here, all of our instructors are working with their own line or their own repair business outside of teaching here at the school. I personally have my own guitar line called Nutter Guitars, as Steve has Mather Guitars. Kelly Butler, who was from the Gibson Custom Shop and set up the First Act Custom Shop, he has now his own line of guitars. Our acoustic instructors, Marty Lanham and Darren Gallman. Darren is the head luthier at Gallagher Acoustic Guitars, and Marty owns the Nashville Guitar Company. So then there's also Dave Johnson, who has scale model guitars, and he's a remarkable repair guy. Dave now primarily works on what I refer to as unobtainium kind of guitars. They're just, it's the highest dollar and the most, usually the most complex kind of repair. So the guys that you'll work with here, no. I mean, we know what we're talking about. At least most of us do. And if one of us doesn't, then the other one does. So we can get you guys covered, and we want to make this as painless and as most the most fun that it possibly can be. Because if it's not fun, do something else. But in the facility we have here, we have a tremendous shop of tools that will teach you how to use and also guide you in setting up your own shop whenever you get out of here. So it's a really cool place. We're doing an open house May 1st. Just needed to check the date, and so please sign up for that and stop down and come see us. We would love to have you in and show you around the facility. We have any other questions? No other questions. Thank you guys so much for viewing this. Thanks to Ray, Andrew, and John for coming in today. Steve as well. So watch it back, comment, all that kind of stuff. See ya.
Bye.